Hello everyone, my name is Michele Kaseta and I'm the coordinator of special and inclusive education. I'm also a lecturer here, so I run the cohorts and also the master's program, and we are responsible for the content that goes into the programs as well. I am here most days. I just put up my email and my phone number, so if you have any questions you can always email me. The advisors in the College of Education for the master's program are Dr. Gable, Dr. Ilmer, myself, and Beverly Schneider. She advises the MAT. And the difference between the MED and the MAT are the MED already have a teaching certificate, but they're going back to get their master's degree. The MAT actually has a degree in another area, and that's who Beverly Schneider advises. But you could always reach out to me or any of us if you have questions, and we will refer you to the correct person. We have 3 different areas of endorsement or even master's degree or ed specialist in special education at the graduate level. We also have the undergraduate program, which I'm not discussing that one today. But the cohort program actually is a master's program or an endorsement program. An endorsement means that you're not getting your master's degree, you're just doing the minimum credits. So if you don't have a special ed, say you already have a degree in special education in learning disabilities or emotional impairment, you could actually do a 21 credit endorsement only as part of the cohort program, or any of the programs. So you could do it with learning disabilities, you could do it with Autism Spectrum Disorder, or you could do it with cognitive impairment at the master's level. The cohort program is actually a standalone program where we actually run the courses in order. You're taking 2 classes at a time, and we have Autism Spectrum Disorder, either an endorsement, a first or a second endorsement, and that starts this fall. And we also have LD as a cohort as well that starts in January, but you can start the cognitive impairment or the LD on campus instead of a cohort program. The Masters, and I have the links up on this PowerPoint, the Masters of Arts in Teaching, that is not part of the cohort program because you have to actually do quite a bit more coursework for the Masters of Arts in Teaching. The benefits of the cohort program are that you're working with the same group of people and you're building relationships in the cohort program, and your classes are guaranteed and preset up. So with the cohort you have 2 classes. The times are Tuesday and Thursday, so you know the whole time that you're in the cohort program when your classes are going to be. You don't have to worry about the classes being full, and you're going to be working with the same people, so you're building relationships. And you're also working together, and you're working in practicums together. So it's a lot better for a lot of people to do it that way because they're working with the same people in the relationships and the job opportunities that you'll be able to have, because most of the people in the cohort are already teaching. So you're going to meet people from various schools, and you're going to find out the different job opportunities. And we also have Wayne Risa involved in the cohort, and they will also have advice on different job opportunities. So that's the main benefit of the cohort. And there's the actual degree. If you're doing a Master's of Education, it's actually called Teaching and Learning. So that's what you would apply for. Even if you wanted to do an endorsement, I would advise you just to do the Master's of Education in Teaching and Learning, because the endorsement is a minimum of 20 credits, and the Master's is around 33 to 36 credits. So you could always start with the endorsement, and then if you decide not to finish the Master's, then you could stop at that time. But most people do want to finish the Master's because you would most likely get paid more, and it doesn't take that much longer. But with the cohort program, you could do either or. The cognitive impairment endorsement is one of the endorsement areas that you could have your master's degree in. it would be basically your major. So you would be certified to teach children who are cognitively impaired in K through 12, and we focus on inclusion. So you could actually be a co-teacher in a classroom, or you could be a resource room teacher, a cross-categorical classroom, or you could work in a transition post-high school program, or work within the adult service delivery model for cognitive impairment. It's a very high needs field. So like I had said, that would be your major in your master's degree. So it would depend on what degree you have. If let's say that you have a degree in elementary education, you would need 30 credits that are specific to cognitive impairment, approximately, depending on your courses. Or if your degree, let's say you went to a school and you already have a degree in learning disabilities and elementary education, you would only need approximately 20 credits to gain the endorsement. But then you would continue on to the master's and gain those extra credits. So it would be 20 credits plus about 13 extra credits, depending on what you have, and we'll look at your transcripts and determine that. The other area is Autism Spectrum Disorder, and that one we only have as a cohort program, and this September, actually the end of August, it's actually off campus, very close to campus, so you do not have to pay for parking or anything like that. And you would be, if you were in this program, it would take about 3 semesters if it's a second endorsement, a little longer if it's a first endorsement, and you would be taking 2 classes at a time, which would be 6 credits. And for, like I had said, the second endorsement is a minimum of 20 credits, and the first endorsement is 30 credits. So you would be certified to teach children who have autism spectrum disorder, and you would be certified K through 12. In all of the special ed areas, you would be certified K through 12. And your program, you'll be learning universal design for learning, inclusion, assessments, and intervention for children with autism, children through adults. In Michigan, it's K through 26. So assessments and interventions. Learning disabilities, you would gain a Michigan endorsement in learning disabilities, which is also K through 12. You'll be prepared to meet the needs of all students in general education and special education classrooms, as well as other educational and community needs of students in general education or special ed for LD. So you would be endorsed in LD for that. The GPA requirements for the program, you need a GPA of 2.75, and for the MED, you have to have a bachelor's degree in education or related field. It would be 2.75 for a regular admission or 2.5 for a qualified admission. And the university that you have to have your bachelor's degree has to be accredited of higher education. And students who have not been formally admitted to the graduate school, you can file your application through this link here, and this will be on the website. We do require a personal statement. As far as admission, you would go onto the graduate school and you would apply for the Master's in Teaching and Learning, and we would require a personal statement on why you want to be a special education teacher and views on inclusion. We also have, if someone already has a Master's, and I'm only going to touch on this briefly, it's called an education specialist, and that's after you gain the Master's, you could actually go for further schooling, which would be curriculum and instruction, but it's called an education specialist, K through 12. And that is an additional 30 credits, and you could also gain your endorsement in that area as well. The career options would be a special education teacher. So depending on which area that you're going into, if you want to go into autism spectrum or learning disabilities or cognitive impairment, you could actually work as a teacher. You could work as a resource room teacher if you have your endorsement in cognitive impairment. You'd be working with children with cognitive impairment. I know that schools also have, if you have CI, they often place you in different types of classroom environments. You could work in a general education environment as a co-teacher. You could also work cross-categorical classroom or a post-high school program or within the adult service delivery system. All of these you could work in a general education classroom or a self-contained classroom.